Hello friends, I'm Dr. Ashna Dhingra. I'm a public health dentist and I will be talking to you about beyond being a community dentist. So before I begin, let me just introduce myself briefly. Well, I did my MDS in public health dentistry from this very college, that is PCDS, and I'm currently working as a quality improvement advisor at Nationwide Quality of Care Network, working for point of care quality improvement, where we've built a fully online community of practice with whom we work towards delivering better quality of care through knowledge sharing and skill building. Additionally, I'm an online courses coordinator in the same organization for developing digital courses in point of care quality improvement in collaboration with WHO. I'm also an assessor for dental quality improvement and a peer reviewer and ex-assistant editor at Journal of Clinical and Diagnostic Research. So let's begin the presentation, and it will be containing the following contents. Well, we'll discover what type of a health worker are you, some technical skills involved in MDS of public health dentistry, the road less traveled, some job opportunities, and then discover what makes public health dentistry different, some myths and facts, some career options after this, and lateral courses after dentistry, and some job search options. So without further ado, let's begin. Well, there are two ways to look at community dentistry. It's either depicted in this picture, where the class makes you sleepy, or it is depicted in this picture, where a public health dentist can be frontline worker, as we saw in the times of pandemic in the past 1 year. It's one's vision and passion that makes all the difference. So the question is, how do I look at public health dentistry? And that is what I will be sharing with you in my presentation today. Before that, ask yourself a question. What type of health worker are you? Well, I assume all of you are interns, and by now you have already been a graduated medical professional, a health worker. So, what type of health worker are you? Well, imagine a room with a wash basin. On entering the room, you find that the water is pouring out of the tap, the sink is overflowing, and there is a mess on the floor. What would your first response be to tackle such a situation? Will you be a floor mopper or a tap turner off? Well, think about it for 2 seconds. Okay, so for long, the medical and nursing profession have been clinically oriented and drug technology dispensary or hospitally oriented, where healing is related to floor mopping, the overflow of illnesses and disabilities in the community. But with growing knowledge of diseases, much of the preventable causes of illnesses are now known. And this is what is tap turning off. Newer tap turning off skills have been developed to varying levels of competency. So, are you ready to be tap turners off, or are you going to continue to floor mop in the old tradition? Ask yourself the same question after you see this presentation. What type of health worker are you? So, now the question is, how do I look at public health dentistry? Well, I feel it's the backpack branch of dentistry, and I will show you why I feel so. So let's discover what's in the bag first. Well, there are load more of skills in this backpack branch, more than any other dental branch you can think of. Okay, and why I call it the backpack branch? For you can take your skill and be wherever you want to be. First, let's see what's in the bag. By which I mean, the technical skills that you acquire after MDS in public health dentistry. So it could be preventive dentistry, clinical dentistry, tobacco and cancer control. You learn about planning and evaluation, advocacy building, management of information, quality assurance, disaster preparedness and management, marketing, communications, healthcare management, surveillance, medical publications, epidemiology, research and analysis, academics, and loads more. Where can this back lead you to? The road less traveled. Well, let's discover that. To start with, you can be an academician. The subject contains a lot of theory. And what is the point of learning without being able to teach? You can either be lecturer, professor at dental schools. You can also be a dental practitioner. Well, even though being in the public health field, the fact remains that you can practice clinical dentistry anytime in life. And in the 3 years of training, you get to work in camps and satellite centers where you get to enhance your skills in a faster, efficient way, and even with the scarcest of resources possible. So you get to be a good dental practitioner after this. You get to be a community health worker. Well, we get to interact directly with the community, understand their problems in a wider sense, and give a greater meaning to our life. Apart from that, you could be a research scientist. Well, research methodology forms a large part of the subject, and this helps you to acquire the skills to become a health researcher. You can also be a health administrator. Well, even healthcare workers need managers, and the coordinating skills you acquire in this branch puts you in a place to become a good health administrator. You can also be a health advocate. There are continuous reforms in medicine, and you can be an advocate for the right kind of policies in the health sector. You could be an epidemiologist. You know, the study of people and disease causation qualifies a public health dentist to be an epidemiologist to investigate diseases and even outbreaks. Well, public health dentists can also be tobacco cessation counselors and aid in prevention and early detection of oral cancer and mitigate the tobacco menace. You could be a professional medical writer. Well, once you learn the art of scientific writing in your training, you sure are eligible to be a medical research writer, which has a lot of scope nowadays as more and more medical work gets documented. Apart from that, you can be a data analyst as you learn statistical analysis of data, handling of large data, and its presentation. And you could also be a program manager. Well, there are various health programs about which we'll discover later in this presentation, where one can work as a manager or coordinator and assist in achieving the health goals of national or state programs. But wait, there's more. This is not all. And as we go through this presentation, you will understand more about what scope public health dentistry has. So let's go forward. Let's see what makes public health dentistry different. Well, to start with, you get an opportunity to serve a bigger purpose. You know, you're not dealing with just one person or, a small group of people. You're dealing with public, the large, wider population at large. You get an open workspace. Well, public health dentists operate in areas where patients do not visit a dentist, but you bring the healthcare to the doorstep of the underserved. So as you can see in this pictorial depiction, the circle, the small area is where the patient goes to visit a dentist, but the large area is where the public health dentists operate. One to many relationships. So you get to deal with larger populations and not just individuals, and you aim to reach maximum number of people. That is what public health dentistry is all about. It's a long-lasting marathon. You know, the results in public health dentistry take time to manifest, but at the end, it are more enduring, sustained, and satisfying. So it is a long-lasting marathon for sure. Let's discover some of the myths and facts. You know, many of your seniors or your colleagues must be telling you, public health dentistry में क्या है? Let's see public health dentistry में क्या है? Myth is it's a non-clinical subject. सिर्फ theory पढ़ना रहता है. There is no clinical involved. But the fact is, it is an all-in-one subject where you get to know about preventive dentistry as well as comprehensive dentistry. सिर्फ teaching jobs मिलेंगी public health dentistry के बाद. Well, that's a myth. You get to do desk jobs as well as field jobs based on your interest, your area of interest. You can take up a desk job or a field job after public health dentistry. Well, a myth is that you only keep conducting camps and increase OPDs of the colleges. That is what a public health dentistry department does. Well, that is not true. You know, camps are about sensitizing people about problems, reaching out to a wider population. And you won't believe that there are organizations that do conduct outreach activities, and a public health dentistry gets trained in their 3 years of training to go ahead with these outreach activities. Well, a myth is that you don't get to do private practice. If you're ambitious to open your clinic, well, a public health dentist can, understand the best practice management capabilities because in the 3 years of training, you are taught to do so. And with that, you can always have 9 to 5 job plus evening clinic. That is the advantage of being a public health dentist. Well, a myth is that it's a dry and boring subject. In fact, the fact is that it's an all embracing subject where you learn about planning, research, epidemiology, surveillance, critical appraisal, and whatnot. So, what is it? Well, each chapter is a job opportunity. People say public health dentists don't get jobs, but I'm going to tell you here that each chapter, each subject in public health dentistry, in fact, is a job opportunity. So, on the left side of the screen, you can see some subjects in public health that you must be familiar with, for those who have read public health dentistry seriously. And on the right side, you can see some job designations. These are actual job designations which are posted out and who hire public health dentists. So when you read about epidemiology, you can be an epidemiologist or an outbreak investigator. When you read about biostatistics, you get to be a data analyst or a biostatistician. When you read about research methodology, you get to be a research associate, research assistant, or a scientist. When you read about sociology, you get to be a social scientist and a public health researcher. When you read about management and planning, you get to be a program manager, a health manager, or a monitoring and evaluation officer. When you read about health economics, you get to be health economist or an analyst or a researcher or an advisor. When you read about national health programs, and believe me, there are so many national health programs currently going on in the country, you get to be a program manager in that, or a health advocate, or a health advisor. When you read about health promotion, you get to be a health coordinator or a policy analyst. When you read about occupational and environmental health, you get to be an environmental health and safety manager. So these are just some of the jobs that you get to do after being a public health dentist. And you can choose any one of these based on your interest. Isn't that exciting? So now let's look at on ground what are the career options after taking up public health dentistry. Well, these are some of few to list, and we'll look at on them in detail in later. So first and foremost, you can be a have a faculty position in any dental or medical institutes. Yes, medical institutes also hire dentists, and they also have a department for public health relations and community medicine who can hire public health dentists. Or you get to do senior residencies in hospitals. You get to go for government services as dental officer or assistant or an assistant professor. Or you could go for further studies, dental public health, where there are courses such as masters, DDS, internships, fellowships. Or you can do MPH, MSc, MHA, which is hospital administration, health promotion, health economics, or PhD is always an option. Well, you can be a research associate or a research coordinator, a project coordinator in various research projects, which could be at national level or at state level. You get to do content writing in journals or pharmacovigilance in corporate sectors. You can also do volunteering work. Then you also get employed in dental clinics. It could be corporate clinics, private practice, group practice, or a licentiate in abroad countries. And a public health dentist, has an advantage on that. That you get to open tobacco cessation clinics along with these general clinics. So let's look at, faculty positions. You can either get it in a private college or a government college. And, with 3 years of learning theory and in-depth knowledge of the subject, you really get to be good academicians and teach it well to the students. And given the fact, public health dentists make one of the greatest deans because you learn about not just theory, clinical and all, but you also learn a lot about coordination, administration, and management. Then you get to do senior residency. Colleges like Maulana Azad Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi, PGI Chandigarh, AIMS, not just New Delhi, in fact, all over the country. Government dental colleges, KGMC Lucknow, Safdarjung, and Dr. RML Hospital in Delhi. All these, they regularly, at least once in a year or twice in a year, they take out vacancies for senior residency and you can apply for that. You get to be dental officer or dentist in government services. Well, there are union public service commissions or there are central government sectors like ONGC, NTPC, railways, etc. And as public health dentist, since you know a lot of skills of management as well, they always prefer public health dentists over the other maybe dental graduates. Then you also have state public service commissions. You can apply for that. There are some autonomous institutes like Tata Memorial Hospital, ESIC, AMU, AIMS, JIPMER, PGIMER. You can always apply to these vacancies as they come out. Then you get to do research projects, which could be at international level, national level, or state level. So there are WHO research projects and internships, and you can apply for that, while doing PG or after doing your post graduation. Then there's a dental wing in National Health Mission also. In fact, in Bhopal itself, the National Health Mission has a dental wing. Then in the National Institute of Cancer Prevention and Research, that has a lot of scope because as we just discussed, you read about tobacco cessation and cancer prevention. So NICPR is another organization you can look at. Then there is Indian Council of Medical Research, and they keep hiring research scientists, and they always prefer public health dentists. I have seen various posts where they prefer public health dentistry as a degree to consider for research scientists or research coordinators. So that is one option. Then there are not-for-profit organizations, just like the one I told you, my organization is Nationwide Quality of Care Network. It's a not-for-profit organization, and they work, they're sustained by collaborations with other organizations such as WHO or UN organizations. Then another not-for-profit public-private sector, organizations such as Public Health Foundation of India, you must have heard of it. They also keep taking out, vacancies for public health and where public health dentists have a higher edge. Then you have National Institute of Health and Family Welfare. They also have various projects where you can be research coordinators or program managers. Then there are international organizations, if you can, if you want to work in their Indian country office or go abroad with that. There's World Health Organization or there are other United Nations organizations such as UNICEF, UNDP, which is United Nations Development Program. So you can consider those also. And research areas. Well, research areas such as in national health programs, and there are many national health programs, and just to list a few, I have listed out here, such as it could be RNTCP, which is for tuberculosis, a national health program for leprosy, the NACO program, which is for HIV/AIDS. Then there is one for maternal and child health. Well, I am working in maternal and child health. An NTCP, which is tobacco control program, National Oral Health Program. Yes, there is a NOHP, that is National Oral Health Program. Then there are some cancer-specific programs also where you can work for, and also other non-communicable diseases, Then dental practice. Well, of course, since you learn all the clinical skills, you can always work in corporate clinics, private clinics, group practice, or abroad licentiate. And additionally, you can always open a tobacco cessation center. Okay, so this is the website from IDA Tobacco Intervention Initiative. And you can always look at that, if you want to register your dental clinic into a tobacco cessation center. Then there is overseas licensing. It could be in Canada, when they have different exams for that, and you can appear for that as well. So in Canada, there is AFK, NBD, OSCE, etc. In Australia, they have a stepwise exam called ADC, Australian Dental Council. Then they have a New Zealand dental registration exam for New Zealand. And even UK, they have a registration exam for entry. Then you can also do some volunteering work in India and abroad. And just to name a few, Indian Dental Association and Global Dental Relief, which is working in India, Nepal, Kenya, and Cambodia currently. They have volunteer projects who hire dentists for the same. So this is the Global Dental Relief website. You can always go and check that out if you want to join them as a dental professional volunteer. And there are community services in IDA. So this is from their website, and I must say you should go and check that out as well. Then you have content writing or medical journalism. So scientific writing in medical research, it has gained a lot of popularity in the recent years, and more publications are happening in the medical field, in the healthcare sector. So you can, write for doctors and healthcare professionals in peer-reviewed journals. You can also do editing and reviewing of medical content because, during the 3 years of PG in public health dentistry, you get to learn a lot about scientific writing and the art of writing medical papers. Apart from that, you can also do some freelance online blogs and forums and other contents. So on the right side, you can see some of the publications such as Springer Nature or Taylor and Francis Group, BMJ, that is British Medical Journal. These are some of the big names in medical journalism. There are other small names as well, and you can, look at those options also. So what are the jobs basically that you can have in content writing or medical writing? Yeah, you can be peer reviewers, who review the medical literature and medical content that comes for journal publication. You can be reviewing associates, and you could have journal administrative jobs as well, because just to run a journal is a big task, and they always need administrative help, and public health dentists can really come handy in that. So let's look at some lateral courses after dentistry. Well, public health dentistry is surely a lateral branch because it's not restricted to dentistry. But apart from public health dentistry, there are also some branches, or you can say courses, that you can do after dentistry if you don't want to do MDS per se. So you could do public health, that is Masters of Public Health. And those options are available in India as well as abroad. You could also do masters in health or hospital administration. As we saw that healthcare sector also need administrators and managers, and you could do that and get into the corporate sector or at managerial posts after doing MHA. Then there are some certificate courses. If you're really interested in health promotion, epidemiology, statistics, or even medical writing, there are certificate courses. And with the pandemic on the go, there are some online courses, very beautiful online courses as well. You can surely check out Coursera, edX, and such websites who offer online courses. Then you can also do disease specific masters, non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and there are many, HIV, tuberculosis, tobacco control. You can always do disease specific masters and then get into those national or state level programs that we were talking about earlier. You can also get into civil services, prepare for AIS, CCS, SCS, state commissions, central commissions. You can always get into civil services as well after dentistry. You can also explore your talent in photography. Well, dental photography is a very upcoming branch and most wanted branch, in fact, nowadays. You can do it, alongside your post graduation, or just take up dental photography as your primary job. You can also do fellowships after dentistry. After graduation, you can do short-term fellowships, which could be in clinical or non-clinical branches. Or you could also do diplomas if you don't want to do a 3-year MDS course. So that was all about lateral courses, you can take up. Now let's look at some search options. Well, whatever I talked about right now is not, hawa mein nahi hai. So to speak, there are search options, and let me just show you where you can search for such jobs, and you can start looking after your internship or during your postgrad itself. So you can The most commonly scrolled pages are Facebook pages, WhatsApp groups, LinkedIn pages, and Twitter. I really recommend that after internship or when you're once into the professional field, you should always have a LinkedIn account and a LinkedIn page wherein you can continuously update your professional achievements, degrees, and the skills you have. So social media portals are the widest portal where you can have a wide number of job search. Then you can also look at employment news who keep posting, jobs, especially in the government sector. There are other job portals such as Indeed, Sarkari Naukri, and Jobs Monster. These are just some of the websites where you can, search for jobs. Just type public health dentist and you'll get a lot of jobs under that. There are other specific websites such as government websites, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare or AIMS websites, etc. Then you have organizational websites, such as we were talking about PHFI, the Public Health Foundation of India. You can always go and check out their websites for upcoming job posts and vacancies. You can also check out research institutes such as ICMR. You can always search them on Google, go to their homepage, check out the vacancies that are there. You can also check out the not-for-profit public and private organizations. PHFI is one. Dental association websites such as Indian Association of Public Health Dentists. There's an association of public health dentists which is by the name of IAPHD, who conduct conferences and workshops for us. And they also keep posting job posts whenever there is any in colleges, etc. Now employers are hiring. Well, this page I made specifically to show you what are the current job opportunities out there in the market for public health dentists. Just to show you that there are jobs for public health dentists in case you still don't believe it. So there's this job post on project coordinator at Sharp NGO. Then an editor for medicine, that is Cactus Communications, which is a publications. Public health researcher at FHDS, a medical coder, a job post for assistant professor. Then this was a very recent job post in PGI Chandigarh who wanted research officers and research scientists, and they have particularly mentioned MDS degree in public health dentistry. Then senior program officer, in Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Well, isn't that exciting? Public health experts. So let's look at some change makers in public health. These are some profiles that I picked up from LinkedIn. And these are some of the public health dentists who are working in different organizations. You can see Trinity Care Foundation, Accord, Society for Community Health Awareness, Research and Action, Action for Community Organization, Rehab and Development, Health Systems, that is data analysis. So, well, are you ready to join the League of Public Health Research, Public Healthers? Okay, that is the question you need to ask yourself before taking up public health dentistry. And believe me, it's a very exciting and interesting branch of dentistry that you can take up and decide at the level of internship. So you're most welcome to join the League of Public Healthers. And that brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you. And you can always reach me at my email ID, my Facebook, or my Instagram, or even my LinkedIn. You can write your queries to me, and I'll be very happy to answer any of those you might have. Thanks a lot. That's all from my side. Have a good day. Bye-bye.